Hey everybody, what's up? You know, I've had family members, I've had friends, and people always ask me, Brian, why don't you ever let your nephews or some of the relatives, some of the kids in the other families, some of your relatives' kids, basically play with your Transformers, just do stuff like that? Well, first of all, I know I'm not the only one that's gotten people asking me that. Well, let me explain. Let me explain why, though. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some that agree. You see, when I was a kid, I can understand where they would come from. You know, I had friends, I had family members that had Transformers, tons of them. And I would like to play with them. I would like to borrow them and play with them. I would. In fact, I remember I had one friend in Fremont that let me borrow and play with his blaster Transformer. That was pretty cool. I remember my cousin, who's 2 years older than me, my cousin, he had Transformers galore. He had the Ultra Magnuses, he had Ultra Magnus, he had Galvatron, he had Metroplex. You know, and me, yeah, I had some Transformers too. I had Grapple, I had Broadside, I had Power Master Optimus Prime. You know, I had one of the Dinobots. I think it was Sludge or something like that. Not Sludge. Snarl. Yeah, it was Snarl that I had. That one that wasn't in the movie but was in the rest of the series. I had him. You know, I had my Transformers. There's no doubt. But I didn't have as many as I would hope. Until I got old enough, got my own money, and started collecting them. And you see, I didn't just buy them because, oh, I want to transform them and play with them. No. I bought them because I wanted to collect them. Because I knew down the line they were going to be worth a lot of money. Now, down here is where I store them. Now, originally, I had them all stored in a tote inside that closet. But what I did over the past week or so is I moved all my comic books that were under here because people say I wasn't taking care of them, and I moved each and every comic book in separate drawers here. So I figured I got the space, I'm going to put the Transformers down there, especially those that I normally display up here because I have, like I say, relatives and kids of relatives and my nephews that like to play with them, and I don't want them playing, and I don't want them touching them. Not at all. I don't want them touching a single one of them. Now again, I'm not trying to say this because I'm being selfish. I'm just saying this because I look at it as collector items. I mean, take a look at this guy. Let's bring him out. This, as you know, right here is Optimus Prime, the 20th anniversary edition. Well, there goes his gun. But this is the 20th anniversary edition of Optimus Prime. And again, this is the 20th anniversary edition, the one that they advertised at one of the BotCons. And you think I'm honestly going to let somebody play with that? I mean, there have been times at the urging of my family members that I was reluctant to let some of my nephews play with them. But you know what? Not anymore. And then this here, even though it's a reissuing, this here is the original. A reissuing, but it's original. And this was the guy that I seeked out when I was a kid. I've always wanted him when I was a kid. Never got him until I bought him with my own money. I mean, and right there is his trailer. So go figure. And then take a look at this dude. Take a look at this dude. Take a look at him. That's Unicron. Yeah, it was brought out like around the time of Energon and Armada were on the air. But the thing is, this was the closest we ever got to Unicron. And do you think paying $60 for this at Walmart, I'm going to honestly let somebody play with it? I don't think so. And right here, this thing here came with the Optimus Prime 20th anniversary deal. So you think, honestly, I'm going to let somebody play with that? I don't think so. This here is the only RC action figure we know of so far. You think I'm going to let anybody play with that? Then you take a look at all the rest of these. Take a look at the rest of these. Like here's the original Perceptor from the original line. You think I'm going to let somebody play with that? Even though it's missing some parts? No way. Here's a reissuing of Ramjet. I'm pretty sure. You think I'm going to let anybody play with that? Here's Hotshot. Here's a reissuing of Megatron. Here's Rodimus, the Energon Armada version. And then here's Devastator, a reissuing of the guy. You think I'm going to let anybody play with even a reissuing of Devastator? And then here's Trax. This is Trax right here. This is when they had these special edition reissues or something like that were modeled after actual cars, if you will. Like actual cars or something. I can't even think of it, but basically they were modeled after like legit cars and all that. I think they have the name on them somewhere. But you think I'm going to let somebody play with that? A kid play with that? No. And then here's Starscream. Yeah, his wing right there is broken off. But do you think I'm going to let somebody play with that again? No way. And then here's a reissuing of Hot Rod. You think I'm going to let somebody play with that? No. And then here's Grimlock, a reissuing. You think I'm going to let somebody play with him? Huh? I don't think so. I mean, you know, the thing is, like I said, I'm not trying to be selfish or mean. I'm just saying that there are people like myself that collect Transformers and other stuff similar to Transformers that don't want them touched. Like in here, like in that bag there, I have Bumblebee, I have Override, I have Bumblebee, Ratchet, and Ironhide. Bumblebee, Ratchet, and Ironhide from the movie series, 2007 to now. I have Override, I think, from Energon. I have Starscream from Energon in there. So, honestly, do you think I'm going to let somebody play with that? And then up here, if I can reach it. If I can reach this. Got it. But this here, take a look at this. I want you to take a look at this. I have to pick that up in a minute. But take a look at this. This here is the proto form of Optimus Prime from the movie. And it's never been opened. Never been opened. Never. It's got a movie poster in it and everything. This is when the live action movie series was happening, was first beginning. You think I'm gonna let somebody play this? Huh? No way. No way. And again, it's not due to the fact that I'm being selfish or anything. No matter what people say, I am not being selfish. I am not being selfish whatsoever. But then right here, let's move her out of the way for a second. Right there, take a look. That's Optimus Prime action figure from the 2007 release of the movie. And honestly, do you think, in all honesty, that I'm going to let somebody play with that? Huh? Do you think, honestly, I'm going to let somebody play with that? I mean, look here. Look at that. That's a box set for the commemorative series of Optimus Prime. That's when they were reissuing them. You think I'm going to let somebody play with that? Huh? No, I'm not. And again, it's not due to the fact that I'm being selfish. No. Because I know there's a lot of other people out there that are like that. I know it. I mean, I know there's a lot of other people out there. I know that. There we go. I know that. I mean, I know there's a lot of other people out there that are like that. It's kind of like with my comic books. You know, I have Transformer comic books in one of these drawers. And you think I'm going to let somebody play with that? Hell no. I mean, even though this is torn apart a little torn, I'm still going to try to get a frame for this someday and hang it up decently. Look, it's not the fact that I don't want kids playing with them. The thing is, I'm the kind of person that likes to collect them. So that if I ever need to sell them someday, which I probably hopefully won't, they will go for a lot of money. I mean, take a look at that. I mean, that Unicron toy I had. Imagine, I mean, that is the first, as far as I know, the first Unicron toy that was closest, was the closest resemblance to what we saw in the movie. You think, honestly, it's not going to sell for a lot in the near future? You don't think that 20th anniversary of Optimus Prime wouldn't sell? Huh? Like, and again, I'm not saying I'm going to ever sell them. I'm probably going to keep them for the rest of my life. And if I ever do have a family someday, finally, I'll pass them down to my kids. You know? But again, do you think honestly I'm going to let kids play with those? I mean, I love my nephews. I love my relatives' kids, my cousins' kids. I do. But the thing is, those toys are off limits. Those are not just toys, those are collector items. No matter what people say. So, that is why, to answer anybody's question, not just for me, but for anyone else that's in the same situation, this is why people like myself never let kids touch our collectible figures, like Transformers or G.I. Joes or He-Mans or whatever. So, or even Ninja Turtles. So, that's it. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. And if any of you do understand, if any of you do understand where I'm coming from, let me know. And I am out.